Are weeds slowly taking over your yard and you're not even sure where to start? Today I'm going to show you exactly how I stay ahead of them before they become a problem. Good morning, my beautiful viewers. This is James Carpenter with Country Living. Today we're tackling something every property owner deals with: weed control. I'm going to walk you step by step through how I spray for weeds, what I look for, and how I keep things under control without wasting time or money. As you can see, we're starting right here in the shop. I'm opening up the garage door and there's the mower. We're going to use that to pull the sprayer today. Now this setup right here, it didn't happen overnight. This sprayer was actually given to me many years ago. It needed some work, but I got it powered up and back in service. And I'll tell you, this is my third pump. These pumps, they just don't seem to last forever. If any of you have found a pump that holds up long term, I'd love to hear about it. Drop it in the comments. Before we do anything, we always start with the basics. Checking engine oil and making sure we're topped off. These small engines, if you don't take care of them, they won't take care of you. Next step, fuel. I always like to start a job with a full tank. Nothing worse than getting halfway through and having to stop. Now we're going to hook up the sprayer. This unit has a boom on it, which is great for mass spraying large areas, but today we're doing something a little different. Today we're spot spraying. And this right here is where weed control really starts to matter. You don't always need to blanket spray everything. In fact, sometimes that's the wrong move. When I walk a property like this, I'm looking for problem areas: dandelions, thistles, clover, what I call early spring weeds. These are the ones that show up first, and if you don't stay ahead of them, they'll take over before you know it. Let's talk about weed control in general for a minute. Weeds are opportunists. They don't grow because your lawn is bad. They grow because there's an opening. Bare spots, thin grass, compacted soil, those are all invitations. That's why spraying alone isn't the full solution. You got to think bigger. Healthy grass is your best defense. Timing matters. Early spring is one of the best times to get control. Spot spraying saves product and protects your good grass. Overspraying can actually do more harm than good. Wind matters. Always watch your drift. Temperature plays a role. Too cold or too hot and your chemicals won't work right. Let me ask you something. Do you spot spray like this, or are you Or do you prefer to spray your entire yard all at once? And what weeds give you the most trouble where you live? I read every comment. You guys always bring great ideas. Now we're going to get out there and start spraying. As I move across the property, I'm scanning the ground, looking for anything that doesn't belong. You'll notice I'm not rushing. This is one of those jobs where slowing down actually saves you time in the long run. To hit it once, hit it right, and you won't have to come back. Another thing I've learned over the years, it's not about eliminating every weed. It's about control. You're managing the environment. And if you stay consistent, year after year, it gets easier. I've been doing this a long time, and I can tell you, if you ignore weeds for just one season, you'll pay for it the next. Seeds spread, roots get stronger, and suddenly you've got a much bigger job. So what we did today was simple. Checked our equipment, got everything ready, hooked up the sprayer, and focused on spot spraying early problem weeds. Nothing fancy, just consistent, smart maintenance. If you found value in this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And don't forget, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear how you handle weed control on your property. This is James Carpenter with Country Living. I'll see you in the next video.